Okay, it's 8 o'clock and we're going to get started. Welcome everybody to our webinar. On behalf of my friend Rob Martin and I, we are happy to have you on. Just some quick housekeeping stuff. If you have any questions, just ask in the chat box. I will be covering the the first half of the talk, and then Rob's going to pick it up at midway and cover the second half. So we're going to get started. Let me just get onto our screen here. All right, and get us into presenter mode. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me. This is my my Facebook page, Dr. Rohan Bansali. You can find me on Facebook there and message me, or email me at teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com, or teamfindyourfocus.com is my website. Rob's going to give you his info here.
You can reach me at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com or firsttfitness.com, but you can always reach me as well by messenger.
Okay, terrific. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about the Beachbody coaching opportunities. There's two parts to this that are really important. One, it's about coaching, so it's helping other people get to their goals. And the other, that it's an opportunity. It's a chance to really make a difference with people. And that's really going to be about what we're going to be talking about. So a little about me, and Rob will tell you a little bit about him as we go further along. This is me. I've been a customer since 2011. This is about 6 months before I made the decision to take control of my health. I was overweight, carried a lot of my weight in the middle. This is what someone who's about to develop diabetes looks like. And I was in a lot of trouble, even though I was a relatively young guy. I started with a program called P90 or Power 90. It's a program that runs for 90 days and has a grand total of 4 workouts. So we talk about having a tough time of it, doing alternating workouts, 2 for the first 6 weeks and 2 for the second 6 weeks. But it was very effective, and I had some great results, and it just goes to show you what you can do when you put your mind to it. And for the first 2 years that I was a Beachbody customer, I refused to try Shakeology. Now I refuse to go without it. We recently went on our 10-year wedding anniversary trip to Italy, and we took Shakeology with us because we won't go without it. So as a customer first, and I really fell in love with Beachbody and their products. And for about 2 years, I was using their stuff, and I had some pretty nice results there. And then finally, my coach asked me 3 or 4 times to become a coach and help others. I turned it down a bunch of times because I really felt like I didn't have the time, or I was I wasn't at my goal weight, or I didn't really know anything about fitness and nutrition other than what I was doing, and I had all these excuses, which we'll cover in a little bit. And I finally decided that I was going to become a coach. And then for 8 months, I did absolutely nothing until I finally really got interested in making a difference in the lives of other people. Now, I'm a 2-star diamond coach. That's not really that important, other than to say that I've had some success as a coach in Beachbody. More importantly, I'm a father of 2. You can see my kiddies there. My son, when he was very little, you see me on the left, I was very unhealthy. I had a big gut and big metabolic problems. Double chin, I was snoring, I probably had sleep apnea, all this kind of stuff that happens when you're overweight. And then on the right, you can see that little baby is now a big boy sitting on my shoulders, and my daughter, who showed up a little bit later, in my arms. And this is the heart and soul of Beachbody. This is what we try to create. There's no way that guy on the left could do what the guy on the right is doing. Forget that it's 6 years down the road, the guy on the right. So much stronger and healthier, and that's really what we're trying to create here with Beachbody. I am a full-time cardiologist, which is not important other than to say I have a full-time job and I'm busy, and as is everyone. So you can absolutely do this as a full-time, if you're a full-time professional, in your spare time, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm a runner, and I highlight that because that's something I never could have ever done in my entire life. I was petrified of the President's Challenge and running a quarter mile around the track, let alone a full mile. And here I am, thanks to Beachbody, doing things I never thought I'd do. I ran 3 marathons in the last 12 months, and just seeing that, it still blows my mind, all thanks to Beachbody. I'm a big fan of programs like P90X and PIO. There is a program for everyone, and we'll get into that in just a second. So what is Beachbody? What is Team Beachbody? What does this all mean? Well, back in 1998, these 2 really great guys, Carl Deichler, who's our CEO, and John Condon, who's the company president, had a back-of-the-napkin conversation, and they said, let's start a fitness company and help people lose weight, which is a pretty crazy thing to do considering how saturated that market is, but they decided they were going to do it. And in 2000, they came out with this program called P90, which is the one that I did. And like I said, it was for 90 days, and it was 4 workouts, and it was boring as all get out, but it was really effective. And they began to see some success. And then in 2004, the whole game changed. They released a program which almost everyone has heard of called P90X. It revolutionized home fitness. It gave people results they never thought possible. It challenged them and allowed them to become successful. But what they found was that people were looking to people who had already completed P90X, so-called grads, and looking to them to help mentor them and get them through the program. And the people who had those mentors were having much more success and much more likely to complete the whole cycle of P90X. So Beachbody saw this, recognized there was an opportunity to really help people through mentorship, and decided to codify it. And in 2007, Team Beachbody, which is the coach network, was released. So you can see from 98 to 2007, these are the programs that were in existence. And after 2007, boom, everything went crazy. So in early 2009, Insanity was released. If you guys have ever seen that program by Shaun T, there are a ton of infomercials about it. Boy, that thing is aptly named. It'll really, really rock you. I had great results. Rob's doing it now. Really tremendous program, but is very, very, very intense. And we came out with plenty of other programs like Turbo Fire by Chalene Johnson was a wonderful program. And then Body Beast came out in 2012. So the thing behind Body Beast is it's Beachbody's hallmark weightlifting program. It is meant for muscle building and strength creation. But what we found was that it really appealed to women. Now, we don't talk about weightlifting in girls too much, but weightlifting for women is really critical. It builds lean muscle mass, bone density, helps with glucose metabolism, really prevents osteoporosis, and helps maintain posture and a healthy metabolism. And women need to lift weights. But I think oftentimes, for whatever reason, there's some intimidation about lifting weights in the gym. So lifting weights in the privacy of your own home with real instruction from Sagi, who's the trainer for Body Beast, really appealed to women and helped make weightlifting accessible to them. So really help with strength and power creation in women without, getting bulky. Women can't get bulky unless you're, shooting up testosterone, which most people are not. And then again in 2013, a new program came out, also from Shaun T, called T25. And for the first time, we found a high-intensity interval program that allowed you to get the same results you get in a 45 to an hour workout in 25 minutes. That's why it's called T25. So it's 5 days a week, 25 minutes a day, although one of those days is a double. And then P90X3 came out, which allowed everyone to get results in 30 minutes a day. So now that last excuse of I don't have time to get in shape got blown away, because we have these programs that let you do things in 25 minutes. And we've shortened it down to 22 minutes now in 22-minute hardcore. In 2014, they released an incredible program called 21 Day Fix, which gave you not only 30-minute workouts geared at beginner level, but also gave you a foolproof nutritional system. So now people can work on their diet and their fitness together. It's an incredible program that really produced amazing results. Then thankfully in 2014, they revamped the original Power 90 and made the new P90. And I realized that this is only one person, but I put my 70-year-old mom on P90, and she went, and Shakeology, she went from diabetic to non-diabetic, lost about 30 pounds, and she did this with a frozen shoulder. Now, this is not meant, as medical advice, do P90 if you have diabetes, but I'm just saying that this works very well for my mom, and everyone that I love who I can get on these programs gets on them. Insanity Max 30 came out, and we've had a whole host of programs even since then. Okay, great. So you have this company that produces great products. How do I know I'm not just going to buy these products and the company's going to go belly up like when, Billy Blanche released Tybo all those years ago? Well, here's Beachbody's growth since Team Beachbody came out in 2007. You can see the growth is not only accelerating, it's accelerating fast. In 2015, Beachbody cleared $1 billion in sales, and it's growing still. It's not going to grow at this pace forever, but it is still growing. Keep in mind that Beachbody is currently only in the United States and Canada. So it's not in Mexico or Europe or South America or Asia or any other markets where there's a ton of people and a ton of opportunity. This is just here in Canada, and we've exceeded $1 billion. So this is a company that has a vision and is on the move and has a real mission. So what is that mission? What is that makes Team Beachbody so unique? Well, part of the thing is we have a real comprehensive approach to fitness and weight loss. So there are four main components. There's fitness, nutrition. We talked about the fitness. I'm going to talk about nutrition now. Peer support, which is the heart of the coaching network, and the rewards, which Rob will talk to you about a little bit later. So the nutrition, Shakeology. Shakeology is Beachbody's main nutritional product. It's called, people ask us what Shakeology is, we say it is our daily dose of dense superfood nutrition, which is ridiculous. And that's a ridiculous thing to say until you actually break it down. So daily, this is a product that's meant to be used daily. You can have weight loss and metabolic health by drinking a chocolate shake every day. That just sounds crazy, but it's true. But it's meant to be used every day. It's a dose. When we think dose, we think medicines. Well, you guys have all heard the old Hippocratic saying, let your food be thy medicine and your medicine be thy food. And this is the point. This is a product source harvested from around the world with superfoods that are meant to improve your digestion, improve your immunity, and help prevent illness, improve your metabolic health, glucose metabolism, and lipid control. And this stuff does all of that. So it acts almost like a medication, if you will, by improving your overall nutrition. It's made of dense superfoods, again, from around the world. And this is our wall of Shakeology at Beachbody headquarters. I'm not going to bore you with the 70 some odd ingredients there, but you can see there's trace minerals and vitamins and obviously superfoods and things like shaga and ashwagandha and shishandra and stuff that I can't pronounce, really even know what it does, but it really works. And so all this stuff is in there. It makes a huge difference. Shakeology has a bunch of different flavors. This is a little dated now because a new one's come out. I certainly prefer chocolate. I think Rob, your favorite is vanilla at the moment. Is that right?
Vanilla is the go-to right now.
I have a lot of my team like vanilla as well. You can see greenberry and strawberry as well. Someone quipped at me one time and said that there's no such fruit as greenberry. I reminded them there's no such fruit as Reese's peanut butter cups either, but people seem to eat it. Greenberry works pretty well. On the left there, you can see there's the vegan formulas, chocolate vegan and tropical strawberry. Funny story, my wife drank tropical strawberry exclusively for 3 years. Every month we'd have it in our house, big white bag sitting on our counter. And then about a year and change ago, Beachbody came out with something called the cafe latte flavor, which is basically coffee flavored Shakeology. The second that thing showed up in our house, bye-bye tropical strawberry. Never saw it again. Cafe latte is the winner in our house. I love the chocolate. There is a flavor for everyone, and you can do amazing things with Shakeology. Besides just making shakes, you can make things like brownies and cookies and desserts and ice cream and all this sort of stuff to make your healthiest meal of the day. Beachbody has something for everyone. It has programs that are DVD based. It has programs that are digitally based. And Rob will talk to you about Beachbody on Demand in a little bit. If you need equipment for your programs, it's all available at Beachbody. You don't have to go hunting and pecking and going all over town looking for where to buy stuff. It's all available from Beachbody. If you're looking for a cleanse or a reboot, we have a reboot that's 3 days. We have a reboot that's 21 days that people have had amazing results. When I first did the 3-day refresh, I just did it because I'm a coach. I didn't think I was going to like it. I ended up stopped using artificial sweeteners for the first time in 40 plus years. I managed to stop drinking Diet Coke. I mean, I've had huge changes since I used 3-day refresh. And then the bottom there is the supplements. And to me, that is my favorite part of Beachbody. Not pictured is the current supplement line, what we call the performance line. It consists of a pre-workout, a recovery post-workout drink, during workout, a hydration drink, and an overnight recharge, and of course, creatine, which is one of the best studied supplements around. And if you're wondering if they're effective, Beachbody recently became the official supplement of the Ironman triathlon. For those of you who don't know what an Ironman is, it is a 140-mile race consisting of swimming, bicycling, and then a full 26.2-mile marathon at the end. So if people who are really good triathletes finish in 10 hours, and people who are sort of average triathletes, if there is such a thing, finish in the 12 to 14 hour range. So if you are working out that long in a competitive setting, you know that the official supplement has to be good. And they're all scientifically vetted. They're created by an exercise physiologist from Harvard. Good stuff. Has made a huge difference to my own training. Okay, great. So we got, you have these great products. You have a company that clearly is growing, and you have, real nutritional stuff too. Does it work? I mean, how do I know this isn't just a bunch of nonsense? Well, here are some results from people who are just like you and me, who had a lot of weight to lose, or a little bit of weight to lose, or not much weight to lose but needed to put on muscle. Whatever your story is, there is someone who has done it with Beachbody products. It's all there. We have someone to guide you no matter where you are in your journey. Somebody has done it before. And you can see here, these people are all walks of life, ages, ethnicities, shapes and sizes, and they've all had incredible results. And there's many, many more besides them. So peer support is where we come in as coaches. And this is part of the opportunity. And we're going to dovetail right in with the business opportunity as well. Being a Beachbody coach is about providing support to people who are on their journey. So there are two parts to being a coach: what you need to be and when you don't need to be. So let's start with what you don't need to be. And the reason we're going to go over that is because people are usually very concerned about these particular issues. So the first is, a coach does not have to be a fitness and nutrition expert. That was one of my concerns. You're not supposed to be a fitness and nutrition expert. Beachbody are the fitness and nutrition experts. You are a connector. You connect the people with the Beachbody, or with the Beachbody program that's going to help them. You do not already need to be at your fitness or nutritional goal. It's very hard to identify with someone who's already ripped and shredded and has 6-packs or 8-packs and giant arms and 21-inch, biceps. I can't identify with that person. But you show me someone that's working out every day and is eating right every day and is being consistent. That's the person who I want to lead me on my journey. That's the person I'm gonna connect with. And most of all, you do not need to be an experienced salesperson. We are not looking for salespeople. Beachbody is not about sales. Obviously, there's sales involved, but it's really about sharing an incredible product. So what you need to be as a coach is, you need to be open and willing to share your story. Your story is, your unique story is going to change someone's life. Whatever your story is, whether you are very overweight like me, or whether you are thin and getting ripped, or whether you're putting on muscle, whatever your story is, you are going to change someone's life because they're going to identify with your story. You have to be willing to share that as a coach. You have to be committed to using the product. You can't talk about using Shakeology if you don't, in fact, use Shakeology. And then most important for most of us is, you have to be willing to improve and develop yourself. For me, the personal development aspect of Beachbody has been so critical at opening my mind and changing how I view the world and the people around me. It's affected my relationships, my work, my relationships with my patients, my family, and it's really meant the world to me. So this is an important part of what we do here at Beachbody. I'm going to turn you over to Rob. Let me just come off my screen share here, Rob, and you're up. Okay, let me just come off of that. Okay, I'm going to come off. Okay, Rob, you're up.
Perfect. It's on presenter mode. Okay, so my name is Rob Martin. What you can see is kind of the before and after. I struggled with weight pretty much all through my childhood up into my adolescence. And even quite honestly, as an adult, I lost the weight in college. And even as an adult, I kind of yo-yoed in that I'd put some weight on, I'd panic, I'd freak out, and then I'd do everything I could to lose the weight in very unhealthy ways. And then I'd start to creep up again. And it was kind of a cycle of life until I got to my mid-30s, in which case the metabolism starts to slow down if you're not active. And needless to say, I started putting on the weight. And I can certainly feel it both in myself, both physically and mentally, the way I felt. And certainly at that time, I had 3 young kids. And I really wanted to be my best for them and be a product of what I wanted them, a life I wanted them to lead. So you can see me on the left and on the right. And on the right is pretty much, a result of P90X and a number of other workouts that I've done since then. So, I'm 43 now, next week 44, and easily in the best shape of my life. I used to take medication regularly for a whole host of different things, and now I do not take anything. So it's a huge quality of life issue for me, aside from six packs or bigger arms or anything like that. To me, it's all about health first and foremost, and being around long term for my kids. So kind of like Rohan, I started off as a client and decided that I needed to become a coach, not to work it as a business, but really for the tax benefits, and then certainly for the discounts that it provided. And those are the two things that I really focused on for about 5 years. And that's an area that I absolutely loved, until I figured, why am I keeping this to myself? There are so many people I know that I could help. And I love talking about fitness. It's a huge passion of mine. I really can't go a day without talking about it. And, so why not help myself and other people along the way? And so you can see my family there on the right, and this is really why I do it, because I absolutely love them. And kind of a byproduct that I think a lot of people really don't think about is that when you help a family member, you help a mom or a dad, you also help the entire family. Because what happens with my family is that my wife saw what I was doing, and it motivated her and inspired her. And then subsequently it's passed down to the 3 other children. And so we're eating healthier than we ever ate before. We're healthier than we ever ate before. And we're establishing lifelong habits to pass along to our kids. As Rohan said, you do not have to be a fitness professional. Well, that's not my trade. I am certified in nutrition and through the NSCA. But in all honesty, that's more for me. That's more my knowledge and what I love doing and the way I love helping people. We have people, coaches, all walks of life. We have amazing kindergarten teachers. We have amazing teachers in general, engineers, just firefighters, military, police. I mean, really, the list goes on. A cardiologist, vice presidents, really all aspects of life. Stay-at-home moms, they may be the most fantastic coaches, going nurses. So really all walks of life are absolutely amazing. And so it's just a matter of really connecting with other people and wanting to help other people. If you don't have a passion for fitness, or you don't have a passion for helping other people, probably not a great business for you, because that's what this is about. As Rohan said, this is not about sales. We're not, if this was Ginsu knives and I made the same amount of money, I wouldn't do it. I don't have that passion for it. There's no helping people. You're changing somebody's life. And so that's kind of where I am right now. I'm about changing someone else's life. And reaching out and really helping. There's no better reward for making yourself feel that much better about what you're doing. So it's pretty amazing. And so the benefits of being the coach, aside from intrinsically helping people, you get to set your own hours. You can do this at any hour of the day. Some people get up earlier. Some people go to bed later. Some people, do it while their kids are taking naps. I mean, anytime, all time. I do it while I'm at the grocery store, in line. You can build your business online and in person. I started building my business in person, and it's morphed into this huge online business. My technical skills when I first started were probably at a -2 on a scale of 0 to 10. I was absolutely atrocious, and I'm probably still atrocious, but certainly far better than I ever was. And I think it's all about sharing your passion and attracting people that have that same passion. As a business owner, you expense your fitness costs. So if you have a gym membership or some of your supplements, or you use your phone, your laptop, mileage, anything that you use in your pursuit of profit for the business is a tax business expense. And so for a lot of us, I never had a small business of my own. For a lot of us, this is a phenomenal way to write off a lot of costs that you otherwise already have. My cell phone, my data plan, my laptop, my internet expense. I mean, the list really goes on and on, any fitness equipment you have. So It's pretty amazing. And all the benefits you receive as a coach, when you first sign up, you get 3 preloaded websites specific to you. And so they all get back to your account. Which is super easy. It goes back to your account. You get paid on Thursday, direct deposit. It gets right to your bank account. I think it's 3:30 Thursday morning. Might even be even earlier than that. That might be Pacific time. You get an app that's pictured on the right side, specific to you. This is brand new and it's absolutely amazing, super easy to use. You get online office, which monitors everything: customers, clients, coaches, orders, returns, your downline, your deposits, your cash, your commissions, anything and everything you could possibly imagine. Now, I also used to own another business, and I used to pay a tremendous amount of money for human resources department to run this, as well as my own website that really didn't do anything. It didn't sell anything. It was more informational, and it cost me a tremendous amount of money. So a huge added benefit there. The rewards, needless to say, you get commissions, 25% commission or 25% discount. You also get bonuses for team growth. The beauty of this business is that we're not talking about linear income where I have to essentially work a certain number of hours to receive a certain paycheck. That's not the way how this works. The beauty of this business is that you can receive commissions, but if you build a team of other people, and this is really where it gets awesome for anybody, and it also gets awesome for really gym owners or trainers, because if you build a team of like-minded people that essentially desire to do the same thing, you can get them and build your team and make a huge team. So instead of you having to do it all, it's essentially morphed out into hundreds of people, in which case then it's a residual income which continues to grow on a daily basis. So it's not necessarily all that you do, but the more successful you build the team, the more complete a team that you have, the bigger the business gets. And that's super important because as I found out is that, you can't necessarily all do it yourself. It's a huge team atmosphere, teamwork, which is phenomenal. Myself and Rohan work phenomenally well together, but I have, we have 80, 100, 5,000 coaches on our team and growing that all do the same thing: support, advice, motivation, all walks of life, from professional athletes to doctors, to vice presidents, to military, moms, dads, teachers, nurses, everybody in between. And so it's pretty amazing. And then the personal development is absolutely flooring. Quite honestly, I never heard of personal development prior to Beachbody. Maybe in passing, Tony Robbins here and there. But when you really work on yourself, not just physically, but mentally, the things that you can accomplish are just staggering. And that's really what Beachbody is. Beachbody is almost like your own personal growth, not only business, but just really influential personal mindset change. It's completely changed me 180 degrees from where I was previously in life to where I am now. And this is a very important aspect too, the statement of earnings. Why is this important? Because you can make as much as you desire in this business, or if you don't do anything, you're not going to make anything. This is quintessential to having a gym membership, and everybody sees that person that has that key ring of, we won't mention the name of the PF gym that has pizza in it, but that PF gym, you have that membership that you pay 10 something a month for that you never go into. Well, you're not going to get any results. But on the flip side is that if you go to the gym and you work out every day and you have that trainer that pushes you and you have that person that calls you at home when you miss a session, if you have that accountability, that support, if you hit the nutrition goals that you want, you're going to get phenomenal results. And that's exactly what the business is. If you treat this business like a nothing business, it's going to return nothing. If you treat it like $1 million business, that's exactly what it's going to return. And the beauty of this business is the time that you put in at the first half of it gets returned 10 times on the back half of it, meaning that the longer that you're in this business, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it may be, that's really where the huge money gets made, if that's what you want. If you're looking for just discounts or to write off taxes, then it's going to do that immediately. If you're looking to build this into a 6-figure business or beyond, that's really where the building blocks take. It's going to pay you all the way through, but in order to get to that level, you're looking at probably, I'd say, a year and a half, 2 years, maybe 3 years, again, depending upon how fast you work. There are people that right out of the gate within the first 3 months are hitting 6 figures. There are other slower people like me that it takes a long time to do that. So everybody's in between as far as where they are. And so everybody's skill set is different. I know we have a number of professional fitness pros on the call tonight, in which case you may hit that right off the bat, right? Because you already have that connection with a lot of clients. You already know a lot of other trainers that could use an additional income. That don't currently have an online forum, that don't have a national reach, that have no way of connecting with people across the country. And so once you start reaching out, this is going to go boom. Then there are other people like me that really, you know what, I'm just working on me. And if I tell a buddy of a buddy of a buddy, and then I start playing around with learning how to do this online, then it becomes a bigger business. But because of where I started, it's going to take longer. So I always tell people, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. So we have outstanding support. We have the training tools in the coach's office. You have everything you could possibly imagine to learn the business, as well as the coach that sponsors you. We teach you every step of the way. I mentor you, Rohan mentors you, and there's a number of other coaches that invited people to the call that are absolutely phenomenal. I know I have a couple coaches on the phone. I won't mention them, but they are terrific people. So whether it be marketing, training, basics, the business quick start, we have it all. Communication, there's constant updates. There's a national wake up coach call that's every Monday. They're all recorded, so you can listen to, I think last time I looked, there are over 300 of them. You can listen to them at nauseum every single day if you like. Social media, I mean, Beachbody has everything you could possibly ever imagine and teaches you how to do everything. And what to expect from our team. You know, not only are you going to receive mentorship from the coach that sponsors you, you're going to receive mentorship from the people above you. So you're talking about specifically being trained by millionaires in the business. I do not know of any other business where I can learn from somebody who's already done it, and they're more than willing to share exactly step by step how they've done it. It's a huge advantage that we have over anybody else. Whether you want to attend regular team meetings, I know I have two a week, and I believe Rohan does. I'm always on the phone for my coaches, always messaging them back and forth. We have leadership training, unbelievable support. The recognition really is second to none for what we're looking for. And so really, what are your options? Are you ready to join Team Beachbody as a coach? Are you ready to Team Beachbody as a customer? Both myself and Rohan both came from the customer end of it because we both needed to lose weight. We both were kind of at a point in our lives where we were struggling. We needed to do something, quick. We both had young kids at the time, and we knew we needed to make a decision not only for ourselves, but for others. And so you can join as a customer that is a coach, meaning that you can establish the discounts now, almost like a BJ's membership or a Costco membership, where you get all the benefits of becoming a coach, but really just working on yourself until you feel comfortable enough to reach out and coach other people. And that's called a discount coach. And you're just a coach essentially just to receive the discounts, the tax benefits. And I did that for 5 years until I decided I really wanted to reach out and help other people. To join as a coach, the easiest way to do it, the most cost-effective way to do it, and the way really makes the most sense to do it is through a challenge pack. Why? Because you're going to save between $50 and $80 right off the bat. They waive the $40 coach enrollment fee, so you're saving about $90 to $120 there. And that includes a fitness program of choice, an order of Shakeology Home Direct or performance supplements that are supplements of Ironman Triathlon, and they have different stacks depending upon your goals. And the trial month of Team Beachbody Club on subscription, which is absolutely amazing. And that's the on-demand aspect. So you saw earlier, Rohan was talking to you about how the DVDs, all the different programs. Well, Beachbody, while they have DVDs, are trying to get away to a degree with not DVDs. Everything now is going to start to be streamed. And so now we have Beachbody on Demand. And what that is that has essentially a network, almost like Netflix, where it has all the different workouts in one place. So you can stream $4,000 worth of Beachbody workouts right from one spot. So if you want to do a HIIT workout, I'm doing Insanity right now, or if you want to do something more muscle-based, you can do Body Beast, or if you want to do yoga, they have the yoga retreat. Anything and everything. If you want to hit specific body parts and you just want to work, one body part per day, Tony Horton's one-on-ones are amazing workouts. And so a little bit of everything. Beachbody on Demand is amazing, and that's again where the residual income comes. That's a monthly subscription. So they sell it in quarters. A quarter is $40, and so as a coach, you get 3 or 4 people to sign up for the Beachbody because they're traveling, especially trainers. They're traveling here, there, and everywhere, or they're away on vacation, or they can't hit the gym on a specific day. You can essentially help them get the workouts in, prescribe them certain workouts that you know of on Beachbody on Demand. Well, the benefit is every quarter you're going to essentially get a 50% commission from that subscription. Now, I've been doing this for a little bit of a while, and so when you start having 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 customers that get Beachbody on Demand every quarter, then that's really where it starts to add up as a residual basis point. Huge. So what am I obligated to pay for? Well, once we get past the challenge pack, which is your initial sign up, $15.95 covers pretty much all your media promotion, brand awareness, your personal websites. We mentioned you get 3 of them. Your coach online office, product warehousing, customer service, 365 days a year, 24/7, so that any time of the day you can call customer service, whether it be for coach information or customer information. Technical support, marketing, communications, training, Success on Demand, and Beachbody streaming on demand. It covers it all, and it's pretty amazing for that fee, what it's covered. Now, the exciting part is if you're a military veteran, active duty, or the spouse of a military veteran or active duty, this fee is waived as a thank you for the support that both your family has put into our country. Beachbody is a huge supporter of the armed services, whether it be this particular promotion or USO tours, or the many charities that they support as far as building homes, wounded warriors, etc. So as a customer, you have access to just about everything and anything. You also have access to the challenge pack, if you so desire, Shakeology, Home Direct, fitness programs, accessories, anything and everything you could possibly ever imagine. Beachbody has it. They have over 3,000 SKUs or different items that you can order, and as well as Beachbody on Demand, which is absolutely amazing. So you can get anything and everything. So in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you will follow up and ask, what did you like most about the presentation? We like all the suggestions. We can change it up. If there's information that we didn't cover that you'd like to be covered, we can absolutely do that. And if you have that same question, more likely somebody else has that question too. Does it seem like a good fit for you? Does this seem like something that is going to help you achieve your goals, whether that be physically, financially, or both? For me, at first, it was physically. Then it was financially, and it continues to be both physically and financially. And so depending upon what you're looking for, I think we have it. And then what appeals to you? Coach, customer, discount coach, really what best fits where you are in your journey. Think about what can becoming a coach do for me. And originally that's kind of what my question was, what can it do for me? But ultimately it was, what can it do for my family, right? It made me a better dad. It made me a better husband. It's allowed us financially to do so many things that we never had the opportunity to do. Because we're a dual income family and we have 3 kids, every time one of my children were born, we would go without income for 3 or 4 months as my wife was on maternity leave, which in case we put money on credit cards. We were to the tune of over $40,000 in debt from these credit cards, and needless to say, it kept on adding up. Now we have no credit card debt. We have no car payments. Our mortgage is on its way to being paid off. So I can't think of a better way to help your family, as well as making yourself fit and a better person in general. Who can I help? Do you know friends, family? And aside from that, our nation is in worse shape now than it was 10 years ago. And 10 years before that, we are getting fatter. We have no idea what nutrition is. The amount of people that I talk to on a daily basis that thinks no fat is good, Diet Coke is actually a health food, it is staggering. So the amount of people that we really need to educate is huge. My goal really is to help one person change what they know about health, what they know about fitness, and make this a lifestyle for life. It is not something, Beachbody is not something where you do a program and you put it away. You do it for 21 days, you do it for 30 days, you do it for 60 days. This is a lifestyle. We have to really show people how to live a life where you can work out a half an hour a day, you can work out 40 minutes a day, you can eat well, and you don't have to feel like you're sacrificing anything, as far as your goals and your dreams. Speaking of goals and dreams, what are they? I kind of felt like I was a leaf floating in the wind for many years, and that I didn't have any goals. I didn't have any dreams. I just prayed like heck that someday I'd be able to retire, and someday that my house would be paid off, and someday my kids wouldn't incur such enormous debt from student loans. I really didn't plan for anything. I have a good job, but there was really no goals, no dreams, no setting. It was rather pathetic. I have immense goals now. I have immense dreams now. I am looking to do things that before I never thought possible. I do not want my kids to have $1 of college debt when they come out of school. My goals are huge. And that's kind of what Beachbody has done for me. It has opened up my eyes to all the possibilities. And so any questions that you have from this presentation, you can either get back to myself or Rohan. Rohan's Gmail address is right there and is .com. And same with myself, just like at the beginning. Or the coach that invited you, ask them questions. I cannot think of a better business, a growing global business soon that is growing leaps and bounds and is tremendously ethical. And I can't stress that enough. Shakeology is made of whole foods, no preservatives. It has a shelf life. This stuff is living organisms that are going to help you stay healthy for today and for decades to come. It is tremendous. The supplements are NSF certified. We're not essentially a company, a fly-by-night that's looking just to promote stuff. We're looking to make people healthy, and that is the goal. So I don't know if Rohan, you have anything that you'd like to add?
I just want to thank everyone for being on the webinar with us, and we hope you learned a little something about Beachbody. Please reach out to either me or Rob or the coach that invited you to the call, and we look forward to talking to you in the future about joining our team in one fashion or another. Thanks so much for your time, everyone. Good night.